And a very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us and welcome to tonight's Look North. Securing their Super League status, but just what does this victory mean for the club, supporters and the city of Hull?
To get through and probably steal the victory in the way we did at Hull, be long remembered by me and I'm sure a lot of other fans.
Yes, good evening. Welcome to Monday's programme. A new era of rugby league glory could be on its way to Hull after Rovers secured their Super League status for another year. Their success in yesterday's derby match against Hull FC is set to usher in big plans and big signings at the club. But at the same time, there are important questions to answer about the crowd trouble and also the Paul Cook transfer. Well, our sports presenter, Damien Johnson, is at Craven Park tonight. Damien.
Thanks, Peter. More on the great escape by Hull Kingston Rovers in a moment. But first, those breaking news stories that you mentioned concerning Hull KR's Paul Cook. He's to face a rugby league tribunal, and that's relating to his move across the city earlier in the year. Cook moved from Hull FC to Rovers in April. He's to face a tribunal hearing on the 24th of September, charged with making an illegal approach to another club, allegedly Hull KR, prior to the expiry of his contract. And the RFL has also announced today that both Hull clubs are to face a tribunal to face charges over the violence that marred the end of their game here at Craven Park, the previous derby game. And to discuss both those matters, I'm joined by the Hull KR chairman, Neil Hudgell. First of all, Neil, your reaction to the charges against Paul Cook?
Obviously, my initial reaction is one of surprise. We think Paul's done nothing wrong. The club have been exonerated and cleared of any wrongdoing. Paul will have his day before the tribunal and we're confident he'll be cleared then.
Well, certainly Hull FC have said that the ongoing legal action prevents them from making any further comment, and similar sort of message from Paul Cook. He's not prepared to say too much at this moment. On the other matter, the crowd trouble at the derby game here a few weeks back. What's your reaction? What will you be saying to the tribunal in your defence?
Well, again, there's all sorts of legal issues there that prevent me from going into any great detail, but we're confident of our position. We think we've done all that we can on the day, and hopefully again we'll be cleared.
It didn't look good on the television.
It didn't look good on the TV, but I think it was overplayed. I think there were one or two isolated examples. And let's be fair, we've had 4 derbies this year, 2 at the KC with 23,000 people there, gone without incident. I think it's been blown out of all proportion. Neil needs dealing with in an appropriate manner, but put it into context.
Neil, many thanks for your comments. Well, let's turn our attention now to the great escape by Hull Kingston Rovers. They didn't just beat their local rivals Hull FC yesterday, they hammered them. And that victory has all sorts of implications. It could lead to major ground redevelopments here, a string of new signings, and it could secure their place in the elite Super League for years to come. The scoreline in Hull KR's historic 1980 Challenge Cup final victory over Hull FC is immortalised in the name of a restaurant at Craven Park. That 10-5 victory may just have been eclipsed by yesterday's 42-6 triumph. Paul, that's got to be the biggest result possibly in Hull KR's history, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a massive result for us yesterday for many reasons. It wasn't just simply securing our Super League status, but it should also secure our future long-term status in the top echelons of the game.
In the long term, victory and survival in Super League means Rovers can plan for the future with confidence, while in the shorter term, supporters will simply look forward to more passionate local derbies next season against neighbours Hull.
I think it's fantastic for the city of Hull. I think it's fantastic for rugby league in general. You look at the 4 games, 2 games at the KC have been sold out and a game here was sold out. They've all been competitive. Of the 4 games, both sides have won 2 games each. So I think it's a fantastic spectacle for rugby league.
There could be up to 8 new faces in the lineup at Craven Park next season, and Craig Murdoch, who played for both Hull clubs, is in no doubt where improvements have to be made.
I think the playing staff, I'm sure there'll be more pace added next year. They are, quite a big side, but that maybe lack a little bit of pace out wide, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of pace added to the squad next year.
Rovers also have ambitious plans to increase the capacity at Craven Park, close to 14,000. Building work will begin once the current season's over.
We can start increasing our capacity of the ground and the facilities. The east stand over there will be increased by 1,500, and the stand that we're sat in at the moment, hopefully we're looking at a new purpose-built seated stand over the next couple of years.
Hull Kingston Rovers' victory clearly has implications way beyond traditional local rivalry. Their survival in the top flight means the city of Hull will remain one of the major centres of rugby league. Yes, a great weekend for Hull Kingston Rovers. We'll have more action from the derby and the rest of the sport later in the programme, Peter.
Now, more news about Hull Kingston Rovers' big derby victory over rivals Hull FC and the rest of the sports news. Let's go back to Damien at Craven Park.
Thanks very much, Peter. Plenty of football to come in tonight's Sports Bulletin, but first more reflections on Hull KR's victory and their survival in the Super League. They hammered Hull FC, their local rivals, by 42 points to 6. Lindsay Smith has the best of the action.
It's bad boy, baby.
Going to be a no-win, isn't it? Obviously.
Oh, we're definitely going to win. Totally.
Over 23,000 fans. FC's push for the playoffs, Rovers scramble for survival. You could say there was some tension at the KC Stadium yesterday, so Rovers would have been forgiven for starting nervously. But the Robins were rampant from the start. Jason Netherton's early try opened the floodgates. Masterminded by a dignified Paul Cook, he proved that the chance of Judas did nothing to put him off. Luke Dyer ran in another 2 before the break, putting Super League survival in the Robins' reach. The second half took a similar course as Mark Lennon finished off with a great kick from Cook. Some fancy footwork from Danny Washbrook gave Hull a glimmer of hope, but a further 4 tries from James Webster and Stanley Jean and 2 from Rhys Lovegrove sealed the victory.
KR were very enthusiastic and ready to sort of punch everything they did, so you know that's what you get if you turn up with a poor attitude.
And we won't stop because we can't stop.
Embarrassed as such against your arch rivals, playing at home and getting out in fields like that, it's just not good enough.
I was on 125 in St. Nick.
It's a bit of a fairy tale, isn't it? It came to historically your biggest rivals in rugby league and have a full house. I feel proud that we were able to give so many fans a good day.
Bit of a dream, really, isn't it, to secure our Super League status here? So, yeah, pleased.
Yes, heard that song a few times before. I'm delighted to say I'm joined now by the Hull KR coach, Justin Morgan. Justin, how do you reflect on that victory, that performance and surviving in the Super League?
Very satisfied and very proud. A lot of hard work's gone into the season, and to put it to bed, you know, at our fierce rivals Hull FC, and to do it in convincing fashion, very satisfying. Certainly very proud of the efforts of everyone involved with the club.
The margin of victory surprised a lot of people.
Well, certainly surprised me. I don't think we've scored that many tries, you know, collectively all year. So, you know, we were on song. We certainly had a great desire yesterday. I thought our defence was very, very good as well, and we just seemed to click offensively. And I said after the game, I thought we executed the game plan almost perfectly for the entire 80 minutes.
You've been linked with all sorts of players. Are we going to see a number of signings over the break?
Yeah, well, we've said that we want to push the club forward, and it's important for us to add some quality players. We've signed Jake Webster, which is an international class player. There'll be some further signings coming in the next couple of weeks, but the planning that the board and myself have been doing is all coming together now. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll see some top quality players come to Craven Park next year. What will it mean to increase the capacity here? Because that is also the plan. Rovers fans known for their fanaticism, getting behind the team. To have a few more in here can only help. Yeah, very much so. It's a stadium that's, you know, I suppose a little bit daunting for opposition teams, but as a home ground, even though we haven't been that successful here this year, it's a great ground to play at. And if we can squeeze a few more red and white fans in, we'll make it even more of an enjoyable place to play. Thanks, Justin. Many congratulations. Thank you.